Hi all, good morning. Can someone please confirm if my audio is fine?
Hi, Kavya.
Yeah,
Yes,
hi.
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anyone of you who did not join the demo call last week? So all of you have joined the demo class, right? Okay. You can either chat or you can speak up. Okay.
I think yes, Kavya.
Okay. Okay, fine. So last time I had told you how to create your own ServiceNow instance. So have you done that?
Yes, Kavya.
Okay. Yes. Okay. For those of you who don't know, I'll just share the steps again. Okay, so that you can try it. So this call is recording. So if there are anybody who have missed the class, this will help them. If you're already aware of it, it's fine. So what you have to do is you have to go to developer.servicenow.com. So this is the URL. You will go here. And then once you enter, so here you will see sign up and start building. So you can click on sign up and start building. And here you will fill in all your details, your first name, last name, email, country, password, and then you'll confirm password, and then you will sign up. So once you have signed up, you will receive a verification email. And once you have clicked on that link in your email, your account will be verified and confirmed. So next time when you log in, you can again go to same URL, developer.servicenow.com. And then you can click on sign in and log in with your credentials. Okay, so you'll enter the same email ID. You'll check the remember me, and then you'll click on next. So I'll just enter my email ID here. And then it will ask for your password. And once you enter your password, you can just sign in. Okay. So once you have done that, you will go to this page. So here, since I have already started, I have already been using this. I have an instance ready, and I see this option. For you, it will be request new instance. So you can click on request new instance, and you have to select version as Tokyo. Okay, Tokyo is the new version, latest version. So you have to select version as Tokyo. And then once you select Tokyo, you can request the instance, and your instance will be ready, and it will look something like this. So here what you see is ServiceNow logo, and then you see all these menus, that is all favorites, history, and then here is the global search, and then here you see the application scope and updates at picker, and here is the show help option, and this will be your show notifications, and this will be your user profile. Okay, so here you can configure your profile, or you can manage your preferences, and this is used to impersonate user, elevate role, and this is printer friendly version, and logout. So logout is nothing but you're signing out of your account. So again, we'll learn everything in detail in these classes. So for now, what you see here is the content frame. So whatever ServiceNow, whatever you have selected in the ServiceNow will be displayed here in the content frame. If you want to expand the content frame, you have to just unpin this menu, and then you will get a full screen of your content frame. Okay, so for now, I'll just pin it so that it will be here on my left side. So as you know, ServiceNow is a cloud-based platform which is used by different organizations for service management purposes. So for any organization, the basic requirement, the basic thing is its employees, correct? So we have a table. So what is a table and all? You will again learn it later. So for now, just remember that there is a table called users. Okay, if you type user, so here under organization, you will find users. Okay, so you can just click on this users, and here you will see the list view of users. Okay, this is the table name. So table can be, since you don't know what a table is, it can be a list of records, right? So for that list, you have a name. Okay, so that list name is users. So these are all the list of records, correct? These are all different usernames. So this view is called as list view. So if I open this in a new tab, so what I did is I just moved my cursor here and then I see preview this user, right? I'll just right click, and once I have right click, I'll get this option, open link in new tab. So if I click this, this will open the record in new tab. Okay, or I can do one more thing. I can hold control and then, okay, right click, and this will also give me the same option. Okay, so anything works. So if you directly click here, it will open in the same tab. So again, we have to come back, right? So that is why I'm doing this in new tab. Okay, so now what you see here is one record. So that record view is called as form view. Okay, so this view is called as form view. And this view is called as list view. Again, we have other views also. I'll show them now. So under self-service, you will see dashboards. Okay, again here also, I just did right click and I'll get this option. So if I open this link in new tab, I can see, okay, or I'll open it here only. So this is the dashboard view. Okay, so again, dashboard is nothing but the, you see the graphs and everything, right? Graphical representation of the list of records. Okay, so and it can have multiple reports also, like multiple list of records. Okay, again, you will learn what is a dashboard, what is a report and everything in the future classes. So don't worry if you don't understand anything. Or if you have any questions, you can still ask me and I'll let you know if that is going to be handled in future classes, or if I have skipped something, I can explain that. Okay, so you can always raise questions while I'm explaining. So this view is called as dashboard view. And then we have service catalog. So if I click here, so this is called as catalog view. Okay, so catalog view is nothing but it contains different types of options. Okay, so different services or, help desk and then office related something. So this is a service catalog is nothing but what is a catalog? A catalog is like, um, list of different services, right? So it just contains various options in one particular form. Okay, so that is called as service catalog. So from this catalog, it has multiple services inside this one catalog. Okay, so you can request a new hardware change here, you can request for something software related, or if you want a new desktop in your organization, you can make use of this. And then you also have can be help you. So if you're facing some issue, to report an issue, you can just use this option. So this is a service catalog view. And then we have employees center. Okay, so if I click on employee center, it will take me to a new page in the next tab. So employee center is a portal view. Okay, so this is a page and it's a portal view. So these are the different views. And again, we have one more called as knowledge. So if I click on knowledge, so knowledge is nothing but the, okay, if there are any issues, right, which is being repeated again and again, what you do is you create one document related to that issue, so that when any user come to you, you can simply, instead of explaining the same thing to multiple users, you can simply provide that document to them so that they can resolve the issue on their own. Correct? Or also if somebody wants to set up something right on in their desktop, so even then everybody has to follow the same steps. Correct? So instead of helping them or assisting them, assisting multiple users with this, with following same steps, you can create one document related to that and provide them. So all of those kind of documents can be handled under knowledge. Okay, knowledge contains the list of documents. So this is about the options we have in self-service. So again, now coming back to users. So users is a table and we have it under organization. So we'll go to users here. So now I'll open any user record. So what you see here is the table name. Okay, so as I said, user is a table and this is a table name. And what you see here is the record name. Okay, so this is the user record, right? So this user name is able tutor. So that is what you see here. And these are all the different fields. Okay, different fields is nothing like fields, fields, right? If you open any website, you see different, I mean, even when creating your own instance, you are asked to fill in certain details in different spaces, right? So, and each space is given a name. So this is called a field and this is the field name. And here what you see are the buttons. Okay, so each of these buttons will have its own functionality. And these are the related links. So related links are nothing but the hyperlinks. So if you click on this link, it will take you to some other table. Okay, some other table or some other page. So when I just clicked it, it took me to linked accounts table. So I'm just coming back. And then we have these lists, right? So these are called as related list. So related list is nothing but, as the name itself suggests, it the list of records which has some relation with this record is called as related list. Okay, so for example, this user is part of this group. Okay, so that is why you can see this group under this user record. Again, this user has these 20 roles. Here, these are all different roles. So since this user has these 20 roles, you can see these 20 roles under this user record. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll create a new user record. So if you go to user table, here you will see new button. So what you have to do is you have to just click on new button, and here you can fill in all the details to create a new account. So you will enter, what you will do is you will create your own user record. Okay. So now I'll create my user record. So I'll just create my user ID will be Kavya V, and my first name, I'll just enter it. And then my last name. So title. So I have entered the title and department. I'll just check if there is any department. Okay, I can see these many departments. So I'll just select as development. Okay, and then what else do we have? Okay, so my email ID, right? So I'll just enter my email ID here. And then language. My calendar integration will be Outlook. And my time zone, I'll select as India. Okay, it's not there. With whatever is, okay, I'll just select US Pacific. And date format, I'll select as this one, date, month, and year. Okay, and this I'll leave it as blank. Okay, so if I want, I can add image also here. So once I have done that, I can either use this submit button. If I click on the submit button, it will create my user account. Or I can do one more thing also. I can go here. Here what you see is the gray space, right? So I'll just right click here, and here I see save option. So there is a difference between save and submit. What submit does is it will submit this record. Okay, that means it will create this record, but it will take me to the previous page which was open. But if I click on save, it will save the record and it will stay on the same page. So I'll just use submit now. Okay, see, it took me to the previous record, which was this. Right, this is not my my record. This is the previous record which I had it open. So now let me go here. Now I'll create. So if I search for my user ID, I can see it. Okay. See, my record is created, but it just took me to the previous page which was open. So I'll open my record. and I can see all the details which I have filled in. Okay, so this is how you will create a user record. Now what I'll do is I'll create another user record, and this time I'll use save button. So here I'll use something as test user. So first name will be test, last name will be user, and again title I'll give as administrator. Okay, there is something called as administrative assistant. I'll select that. And department, I'll select IT department. Okay, and email, I'll just give no reply. Okay, and then again language. Okay, so this will be Hong Kong. And now this time I'll just click on save. Okay, so how to go to save button? So this is the gray area, what you see here. Here you have to right click and you will see these options. So here you can click on save. In some forms, you will directly have a save button. But in this form, it is not configured in the out of box. So out of box is nothing but a ServiceNow product, which is designed by ServiceNow team itself. Okay, so you can customize the ServiceNow product to your organization, right? Like for few organization, maybe they need few more buttons here, so they can create their own buttons. But when we say out of the box, it just means that it is as it is provided by the ServiceNow when it was developed or when it was created. Okay, so I'll use the save option here. So if I click on save, see my record has been created and it remains in the same page. Okay, so far any doubt, anyone? Okay, so anybody wants to try this on your desktop? If you're willing to volunteer, I'll let you share your screen and you can do that. Okay, anyways, I'll give you assignment. So you will have to create these user accounts and everything, okay? So your assignment will be to create 5 user accounts, okay, 5 user records. That will be your first assignment, and it should contain different details. So you have to select a different department and different title, and it can be any name. You can give first name and last name, anything. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to create 5 different user records. Okay, that is your assignment. So now we have the user record created. So what we will do is we'll go to groups. Okay. So here we have groups. So again, under user administration, I have groups. So it is same thing. Okay, you can see groups in multiple places, right? So here under system security, users and groups, and here also we have users and groups. And under user administration also we have groups. And I think under system definition, we have search groups. So there will be multiple places where it is used, but it is the same table, but it is just given added under different menu options because this application will require these tables. Okay, that is why it is added. So it is fine. You can access from wherever you want. So I would suggest you access from user administration or system security. Okay, anything is fine. So here again, the same way how you accessed users, you will also access groups here. So now, what is this view called as? This view is called as list view. So I'll just open one record and I'll close these user records for now. Okay, so now what is this view called as? This view is called as form view. Okay. Fine. So here in the group, so group is nothing but a group of users. Okay, that's all. So here a group will have a group name and then a manager every group will have a manager, right? Every team will have a manager. So that will be the manager field. So here you will select any user and make them as the manager. I mean, like whoever is the manager, you will select that user. So if I'm selecting Abraham, so he will be the manager of this group. Okay, and group email. So you must have heard of group DL, right? So group DL is nothing but all of the team members will be added under one email ID. Okay, so there will be one email ID and all members who are part of that group will have access to that email ID. Okay, so if an email is sent to that one email ID, all the group members will receive the email. Okay, that is called as group DL. So usually we for group email we add a group DL as group email. Okay, so this since it is analytics settings managers, right? So group email I'll give as analytics dot snow.com. Sorry, at snow.com. It could be anything. I know this is not a valid email ID, but I'm just saying, okay, this is just an example. So again, now what we have is parent. So if I go and search here, so what you see here is a search button. Okay, so this is a reference field. So different types of fields and all, again, you will learn it later. So if you have this search button, it is just nothing but looking up. See, you can see lookup using list. So it just means there are already a list of records and you can choose any one record from that list. Okay, so if I click on the search button, I'm just clicking here. Okay, the search button, I'm just clicking here and then it will take me to the list of records. So from here, I can choose anything. So what I'll choose is app engine admins. So parent is nothing but, see, there will be one big team, one big group. Okay, so under that, there will be multiple small groups. So say, for example, ServiceNow group. Okay, ServiceNow is a one big group and under ServiceNow, there will be different groups called software group or catalog item, the group which will manage the catalog items, that will be called as a catalog item group. And the another group will manage all the reports and dashboards. It will be called as dashboard group. Okay, so there will be multiple groups and for all these multiple groups will be part of one big group. So that will be a parent group. Okay, so you can, if this group is part of any other group, you can add that group here for the parent group. If this itself is a big group, you can just leave it as it is. Okay, you can just leave it as empty. So for now, I'll just select a parent group. Okay, and then this is the description. So what you see here is the text box, right? You can type anything here. So what you have to do is here you have to enter the description of this group. So you can see group for all people who have the analytics admin role. So this is the group description. Similarly, it can be anything, okay? Like why this group, what is the purpose of this group, or who are all part of this group, that can be mentioned as group description. Okay, so you will enter the description here and then yeah, you will save the record. So again, these are the buttons, right? This is update button and delete button. So what does update button do? It will update the record and it will take me to the previous page. And then we have delete button. So delete, as it says, it will just delete this record. Okay. And then these are the related list, right? So here we have roles, we have group members, and then we have groups and manage subscriptions. So what I'll do is, yeah. So here I have added this app engine admins as the parent group, correct? So say for example, if this analytics settings manager is a parent group, then the groups, okay. So this analytics settings manager is a child group, correct? So let us consider parent-child relationship. So if app engine admins is a parent, then analytics settings managers is a child, right? So if I open the this parent group, Okay, I have not saved this record. Let me just save. Okay, see, App and Engine Admins is the parent of Analytics Settings Manager. So if I open this parent group App Engine Admins, I'll refresh this. Here under groups, you can see the child groups. Okay, Analytics Setting Manager. So parent will be displayed here and child groups will be displayed here. So again, for this, a parent can be anything. Let me just select another parent group, application development. Okay, I'll save it now. So now I'll open this parent group. See, so application development is a group under which we have another group called App Engine Admins. So now again under App Engine Admins, we have another group called Analytics Settings Manager. Okay, so that is Analytics Settings Manager. So now you understood this parent and this difference between this field and then this list, right? Okay. So now what we see here is the group members. So group members, so as I said, group is nothing but a group of users, right? So all the users who are part of this group will be added under group members. So if I have to add any user to this group, existing user. So we have a list of user records, right? We have a table called user where we had a list of users. So if I have to add any one of those users to this group, then I'll click on edit button. If I have to create a new user and then add them to this group, I'll create a new button. Okay, so this new button works same as the new button which you saw in group table, sorry, user table. Okay, I'll show it again. So here, when I went to users, here I saw the new button, right? So if I click on this, it will take me to a new user record. So similarly, here also, if I click on this new button, which is under user table, okay? So this is the user table. So if I click here, this will again take me to the same user record, new user record. As I said, the same functionality, same buttons, and same table, same options will be made use of, made use at multiple places in ServiceNow. Okay, so you should not get confused. So here this is a group members, but group members is nothing but the user table. So here if you click on new, it will create a new user record. So if you still get confused on what new button it is, when you click on this new button, you will see here the table name. Okay, this is a user table and then it is a new record. So you should understand that this is, if you submit this, if you fill in these details, it will create a new user record with the details you have filled in. So far, any doubts?
No, Kavya.
Okay, moving on. So as I said, that is used to create a new user. And here, what we have here is the edit button. So this is used to add the group members to the, existing users to the group. So if I click on edit, see, this is a collection. It shows me list of all the users, okay, which are present in the user table. These are all the users. So if I want to add any user to the group members list, this is the group name again. Analytics Settings Manager is the group name, and this list is the group members list. So what I'll do is I can just click on this user and then I can just click here, add. Okay. And then when I save, it will add the user to the group. And if I want to remove any user, so if I just click here, see, this is remove. Okay. Moving it from this side to this side will add the user, and moving it from this side to this side will remove the user. So not only these arrow marks, I can simply double click also. Okay. So if I just double click also, it will move here. And here also, if I just double click, it will move here. Okay, you can use either double click functionality or you can make use of this add functionality. So again, while adding the users, you can make use of shift button to add multiple users. Okay, so if I want to add all these users I can see, I'll just click on shift and I'll just click on down arrow mark in my keyboard. Okay, see, this is just selecting all the users. And then I can simply click on add, it will add all these users. Okay. So now what I'll do, now again I want to remove all these users. Okay, so I'll just click here and I'll click on, I'm holding shift and I'm clicking on down arrow mark. And now I'll just move it this side. Okay, so like this you can add or remove multiple users. Say for example, you want to add this first user and then this user. So then if you hold shift, I'm holding shift and I select this Andrew, it will, okay, sorry, okay. So I'm holding shift, I have selected the first user and now if I select this Andrew Jackson using shift, it will select all the users, okay, from here to here. So I don't want to do that. I want to select only the first user and then Andrew. So what I'll do is I'll hold control button. Okay, so if I hold control, it will select only the users whom I'm clicking. Okay, so I'm just tapping here and I can select these users and I can add them. Okay, so this works works everywhere, like this shift and control. So you can use it in Excel also. So just saying, and then if I click on save, now these users will be added to the group. Which group was it? Analytics settings manager, right? Job to add or remove rules from user has been queued. Okay, for some reason it has been queued. Okay, it's added now. See, you can see 9 users. So one user was already part of this group, this user, and remaining 8 users, I just added them. So I want to remove these 2 users. Then what I'll do, I'll again go to edit. And now I'll just select these 2 users and then remove. And then save. Okay. So it is taking some time, maybe few seconds. I don't know why. Yeah. So it is removed now. Okay, so this is how you add group members and remove group members. Now, if I open this user record, this is the user record, right? I should also see this analytics settings manager under the group related list of this user record, right? So I'll just click on this user record. So if I just click there, it will directly take me to the user record. So here under groups, I can see this user is added to analytics settings manager. Again, if I just click here, it should take me directly to the group record. Okay, I'm just clicking here. See, it took me to directly the group record. So far, any questions?
Hi, Kavya.
Okay, so this is about group. And so now we'll create a new group. Okay.
Kavya, what is that subscription, manage subscription, the group?
Okay.
What is that tab about?
Okay, I'll go to edit here. Okay, so see, there is nothing in this table. That is why I did not show you what it is. So usually it will be Office 365 subscription or Adobe subscription. Okay, those kind of license subscriptions, which the organization has taken. So usually it will be Outlook 365. Okay, Office 365 subscription, and that will be added to the user, all the employees. Okay, so and this subscription again is another table, right? Because group is also another table, right? So similarly, subscription is also another table which will have list of all the subscription of the organization. Okay, so from there,
Okay.
whatever subscription should be provided to this group, that can be added. Okay, if we go to edit and then just add that subscription, it will be added to all the users of this group. Got it?
Okay. Yeah, Kavya, got it.
Okay, fine. So now I just went to groups and here I see new button. I'll just go click on new. So now I'll fill in all the details. So here service now, sorry, name will be ITSM service now. Okay, this will be my group name. So now I have to add a manager. So I'll just click on search button. I'll add myself as manager. Okay. Okay, see, I can see. Okay. I have added myself as manager, then group email. So as I said, group email is something where all the group members will be part of that email ID. Okay, so for this team, the email will be maybe itsm@snow.com. So these are not real emails. Okay, I'm just tagging just for example, for demo purpose. So again, so parent for this will be, okay, application development. Okay, that will be the parent group. And description will be manages ITSM activities. Okay. So if I click on submit, it will take me to the previous page, right? So I'll just click on save because I want to remain on this page. So now what I have to do is I have to add group members. Okay, so I'll click on edit because I want to add existing users to this group. And here I'll select a few users and I'll click on save. So I'll just reload the form. So you see here 3 lines, right? If you just click on this, you'll see again the same option. Okay, same, whatever you see here, right? If you right click on the gray area, same thing you'll see here also. So here we have reload form. So instead of this refreshing this tab, I can simply reload this form. So I'll just click on reload form and it will reload. So here I can see the group members I have added here. Okay. So what you have to do is you will create 5 different users, right? You should also create 2 groups and you should enter all the details. Okay, what details can be anything. And then in one group, you have to add the 5 new members whom you create. And then in another group, you should add any other users. Okay, so that will be your assignment for tomorrow. And then we also have something called as roles. Okay, so what is roles and all? We have like another 10 minutes. So I'll just quickly tell you how to add roles to the user record. But what is roles and all, I'll explain tomorrow. Okay, so again, if you want to add any roles, so roles is also another table. So if you want to add any role to this group, then you will click on edit. You will first go to roles here. Okay, if you are here, you will go to roles here and then you click on edit button and then you will see different roles in the collection. Okay, so here if I'm adding this admin role, right, and I'll save this. So you know that it will be added to this group, right? This role will be added to the group, that you know. But also this role will be added to all 7 members of this group. Okay, so that is why you make use of groups. Because if you have to provide any role to 10 users, instead of opening each of those user record and then giving role, it is easier to just create a group and then provide role to that one group. Okay, so since I have provided admin role to this group, whoever is part of this group will also have admin role. Okay, even in future also, if I add any users, even now after providing role also, if I'm adding any new user, right, even that new user also will get the role. See, you can see roles from users of group. Okay. For some reason, it is taking time. Maybe because it is my personal development instance. So if you also see that similar alert, you can simply reload your form. Okay. So now I'll just go to this user record and I'll see the admin role. See, here also we have something called as roles. It is the same related list. So here I'll go to edit. Okay, wait. So here again we have search, right? Show column search row. So what it does is, it will, if you click here, you can simply search for this role name here. Okay, I will click, select admin. I'll type admin and I'll click on enter. I can see that admin role is added. Okay. So it is just like if you want to search anything in this list, you can use that search option. Okay, so I'm just removing. Okay. And if you click here, it will remove this condition. So again, see, you should click here, show column search row is there, no? If you click here, you can search for anything. Okay, here if I want to search for active, if I type active, it will show me. So since everything is active here, there is no point in searching this. But here you can see there are different, right? So if I search for this, um, dependency views, here you see dependency views, right? So if I simply search dependency also and click on enter, see, it will show me the result for this dependency view. Okay, so this is how you will search in the list. And if you want to remove this condition, you will simply click on this greater symbol is there, no? So if you just click on this, you'll see remove next condition. I'll just click and it removes the condition. So again, it will show the show all the records. So far, any questions? Okay. So here, yeah.
No, Kavya.
Okay. So here we also have set password. So set password is used to set password to this user. Okay, so if I just, and also there is a button called, there is a field called as password needs reset. So whenever you are creating a new user record or new employee record, so what you do is you will, the user will need their credential to log into ServiceNow, right? So they'll need their user ID, and then they'll also require the password. But since you are setting the password, they might not want everybody to know their password, correct? So if you just click on password needs reset and then set password. So when they log in, they can enter the password and then they can also set their new password. Okay, so then when they log in, they'll see 4 fields. So one will be their user ID, the other will be the password which you have provided, and then like new password field, and then confirm new password field. Okay, so that they only first time they'll have to use the password which you provide, and later onwards they can use their new password. So here I'll go to set password. So here I can okay, I'll click on generate. So we have a generate button which will also generate a strong password. Okay, so once I click on generate, it has generated the password. So if I have to view the password, I'll click on show password and I can see this. And if I want to copy this to clipboard, then I'll click here. Okay. So password is copied. And now once it is copied, I'll save it. And after that, I can provide the user ID. Okay. Yeah. So after that, I can provide the user ID and the copied password to this user, and they can log in to ServiceNow making use of that user ID and password. Okay, so for 5 user accounts, you also try to set the password. Okay, just try, because I want you to get familiar with the functionalities, familiar with the buttons and everything. So that is why create five user records, and then create two groups, and for all 5 user records also set password, and then create 2 new groups, and in one group add the 5 new users whom you have created, in another group add the existing users, and also add few fields, few roles to the to both the groups, and then verify whether that user has those roles assigned or not. Okay, so this will be your assignment for tomorrow. So do you have any questions or any doubts related to what we have explained today? Okay, I'll stop sharing. I'll also paste the assignment question here in the chat box so that everybody are aware. First is create 5 new users. Your second task is to create 2 new groups. Okay, so these are the 3 tasks for your tomorrow's class. Okay, so since none of you have any questions, we can end the class now.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Kavya.
Yeah, thanks for joining. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.